Welcome back. Up next, I'm joined by Zain Ahmed, SVP of the Public Sector for Lumen. Zain, thanks so much for joining us. Always a pleasure to chat with you. How's it going today?
Thanks, Billy. Thank you for having us here.
Absolutely. I'm really excited about our conversation, and I think we can really dive in with the topic that's on everybody's mind, especially over the last year or two, and that is cybersecurity. It's the biggest topic in the federal government today, especially with recent mandates from the Biden administration. So I'd love to start by asking you, how do you see this making an impact across government?
Well, cybersecurity threats are a top national security concern and impact both private and public sector in a big way. We continue to see increases in rise in ransomware, DDoS, and critical infrastructure attacks. The White House has taken a bold step forward to formalize the country's direction with zero trust architecture, moving forward with the cybersecurity executive order. The executive order is very emphasizing around stronger enterprise identity, access controls, including multi-factor authentication. The challenge, I believe, for agencies in the interim is how to fund the zero trust for the current year and the next fiscal year.
Yeah, I agree. We've heard a lot about that at the event today. And I know that Lumen plays a special role in this, in that you focus a lot on TIC 3.0, and that's something that has really expanded in recent years, especially during the remote work posture that the federal government has been in. So tell me how you're thinking about TIC 3.0 as part of this larger cybersecurity framework.
Yeah, we've been on this journey with TIC. We were the original part of the TIC 2.2 deployment. TIC 3.0 is a great move to modernize the approach to security. It may be federal civilian executive branch requirement, but it's a good framework for any organization. The three big benefits from TIC 3.0 that we see: it drastically decreases latency while enhancing user experience. Secondly, it allows agencies to position security capabilities closer to the data, using trust zones and policy enforcement points. And lastly, TIC 3.0 provides flexibility for the remote user base to implement zero trust concepts into actual environments. We actually recently worked with a large cabinet level agency to deploy a TIC 3.0 remote user solution and are the first to do so on the GSA EIS contract.
That's great to hear. And you know, we hear a lot about the technology on the tech side advancing in the cybersecurity space, and through tools, whether it be like security operations or SOC as a service in the virtual sense, that are really helping agencies to better do some of this monitoring that the EO is calling out. So tell me about how the tech or things on the tech side have advanced in recent years.
So we see, there are two big challenges that agencies face today. If you see, agencies are struggling with in-house security operations due to lack of available human resources around. The second is continuous, it's a capital-intensive business. You got to buy equipment, you got to buy software all the time, and keeping with that challenge is a hard thing, and retaining talent on top of it. We've instead of, an alternate way of looking at it, instead an agency can leverage a managed services provider like Lumen, who has mixed cutting-edge threat intel, seasoned cybersecurity analysts, and state-of-the-art security monitoring and response orchestration solutions that can vastly improve the posture. An organization's security posture, both on-premise and the cloud, can immediately be enhanced once service is implemented. Our customers see the need to focus on their mission, and it shows in the contracts we are privileged to have been awarded. For example, our recent award with USDA.
So Zain, let's tie this all together. There's this big push that we've talked about earlier in the conversation under the EO and the recent zero trust strategy. So we've talked about TIC 3.0. We talked about some of those new tools. How does this all come together in that larger push to zero trust?
Zero trust is in concept, it's an architecture. If somebody's saying they can have a magic pill or give you one product that solves it all and makes you zero trust compliant, that's a far-fetched thing to get to. We at Lumen believe that network is the foundation to build upon your security posture, and how are all the elements pulled together to form a cohesive operational picture. From our perspective, TIC 3.0 comes into play. You'll see kind of SASE is going to be a big driver, how zero trust move adoption happens. Managed service provider like Lumen can help plan, implement, and operate secure solutions such as SASE, what I mentioned. But both zero trust and SASE will have a long-term impact on federal architectures and contribute to more secure environments.
Yeah, that sounds like it's something we're going to hear a lot about in the coming days. Zain, always a pleasure to chat with you. I thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Billy.